So we're at the point that we're able to create a quote here. We're binding it with two-way data binding to the quote property. Now I want to emit that to send this new quote to the parent component, which in the end, even though I haven't embedded it yet, will hold the new quote here and which handles all our quotes. So in new quote here in create new, I will call this emit, $emit, to emit the quote added event. Name is of course totally, you're free to choose whatever name you like. And there I will add this quote. Remember, this quote will be updated all the time because we're binding it with two-way binding. Therefore, I will also reset this quote after sending it so that the form gets cleared. With this, I'm emitting this. Now in my app.view file in this root component, there I want to implement this new quote component. To do so, and keep in mind in new quote we do have a separate row. So to do so here I will simply add a new component, therefore adding the new import first, new quote from new quote.view, and then down there register it as a local component, app new quote shall be new quote here, and then adding the selector up there, app new quote, like that. If I save this, we already see it here. Looks a bit different than before, but that's okay. We do have the button here, we can create it. And now it would be nice to, well, actually listen to that event so that if I do enter a new one, well, it gets added to the array. Let's do this too. I already do emit the event here, quote added. Therefore, in the parent component, I can simply listen to quote added on this selector and then execute new quote, for example, whatever you like as a name. I will add my methods object here to set up the new quote method. And of course, here I actually do get some data passed. The data I do get passed is the quote which was added. So I want to fetch this here in this component too and use it down there in the new quote method. Well, we learned that Vue.js will automatically provide us this data on our custom events. So here with new quote, I can simply access the quote. I don't need to change the event up here, though I could also set it like this, $event like that, but I don't need to do this. Vue.js will do that implicitly. So here I can then use this new quote. And how do I want to use it? I simply want to say this quotes push quote, like that. Well, with this, let's see if this works. If I add something new, you see it gets added here. So we get this. What's missing is the functionality to delete a quote, this info box at the bottom which tells us that we can delete a quote, and of course the logic to handle our state, to count how many quotes we have and to show that progress bar.